Hey everyone, Nick here. It's June 24th. I just came back from a long vacation that was not even chosen by me and it was very painful. I'm gonna just give a quick update on everything. Like, I'm just gonna basically skim through everything in my life, give a good overview, a good look into what I'm gonna do, because it's a very important time. And I'm like annoying myself at this point because I've been saying like I'm gonna make this big breakthrough since like forever, and it hasn't happened yet, for like bullshit reasons. It's a different reason every time, it's stupid. But yeah, I have to do it or else I'm cooked, right? Can you give an overview? I'm gonna tell the trip, and then I'm gonna talk about what I'm gonna do in the future. Sorry if I can't articulate that well. I literally have not been doing anything work related for 2.5 weeks, which fucking sucked. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'll do agency, just the agency, my health, my financial situation, everything. I have 3 clients. No, I have 4 clients. Though if we're talking about people that are actually paying me, we're talking about 2 clients. But I'm in a situation where that can change really quickly because of DR and my ability to get clients as well, with volume, of course. But yeah, so I have 4 people that I'm working with, right? 3 of them are doing DR, and it's OP because they all have lists, which is really good, which means I could very likely get them quick cash up front, which will justify them paying me enough up front to where I can call them a client and I could actually delegate time and feel good about working with them. Because I'm done working for free. That's just bullshit. I'm not gonna get into why, but yeah, 4 clients, 3 DR. So right now, it's very simple. Like, I'm not gonna make it too complicated. One of them's running DR, and they technically exhausted their entire list already, which they have more. It was a very small list. It was only like 58. The one of them phone number, one of the clients' phone numbers just got verified today, so I'll be able to run that tomorrow. I'm actually gonna call all my clients tomorrow because today was a travel day. Fucking woke up at like 5 a.m., 6-hour flight. I'm jet lagged as fuck, and I also decided to do a 24-hour fast. Almost 24 hours, like more like 20 hours or like 19. Yeah, that sounds about right. About like 19 hours, I would say, because the time zones and whatever. It wasn't a true 24 hours, but I did a fast. It was painful because when you combine fasting with sleep deprivation, and you're trying to like, because I wasn't just like sleeping, I was trying to sleep because I had sleep, but like on the plane flight and the back half of the day, I was planning out my day like this evening, which is the only reason I'm not in bed doing stupid shit, because I planned my day out and I reminded myself of why am I doing this shit, because it's very difficult at this time with my environment. And I'll explain what I'm talking about. But yeah, I did a fast, so it was painful. Though it was cool because I don't fast like ever, and I kind of just did that because and the reason I did that is because I saw a video on Burnout by Charlie Morgan, and one of his like really good tips that's very specific was that if you're not trying to have a 1-week rut when you get back from like a trip or something, because that's like likely to happen because it's a normal thing. The best way to just like not let that happen at all, and it's actually worked. Like, I'm literally working on this evening. I'm doing a journal. I just showered. I just packed up all my shit out so I don't have to remember about the trip. I'm about to do some work here. I'm about to plan my next day, do trackers. I'll explain what I'm gonna do later. But I'm in work mode right now already, and it's literally only been like 3-4 hours since I got back from a 2.5 week trip. So I'd say that's pretty good. But yeah, Charlie said if you fast, and he recommended 48 hours, but I know that's better, but I just did 24 because it's more manageable, and I think it'll be just as effective, which it is pretty effective. It's not like mind-blowing effective because I haven't done like the full amount he prescribed, but it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That said, yeah. So he said if you fast and you just don't indulge in nearly as much dopamine as you were before for like an extended period of time before you get back, then you could reset your like your dopamine baseline. And you have to eat health. Like you can't just fast and then eat something shit, obviously, because your baseline gonna be fucked. But if you eat something healthy, then because you've been fasting and like you just deprive yourself of like basic shit like food every 6-12 hours like normally, like a normal eating schedule, even if you eat something healthy. I didn't eat the healthiest thing, but it was pretty much the healthiest for how hungry I was. I ate some rotisserie chicken with the skin and shit, but whatever. I ate some just rotisserie chicken. I had potatoes, like baked potatoes, not like fried. And then I had I was a little bit naughty. I made it into a sandwich. So I had some rotisserie chicken, some potatoes, and then I had like 2 thin slices of bread with some cheese, and a banana. That's all I had. Pretty good. It makes me feel pretty good. It is pretty heavy, but it's a lot healthier than what we were eating on the trip. We were eating out every day. But yeah, that he said if you do that, like even if you eat something healthy, which that's pretty healthy what I just ate, besides the bread and the cheese, obviously it's just pure fat, no nutrition. But not like sugar. But you get the point. I'm not gonna fucking ramble. I'm already rambling already. Even if you eat something like that's not like super, like it's not like fast food or it's gonna spike your dopamine. Even if you eat something very healthy and like boring, then your body's gonna like love it because you haven't ate, So it's easy to reset the baseline like that. But yeah, a lot of pain because I was hungry and I was sleep deprived at the same time. But I was also planning my day in my head. What the fuck was I getting on to? I'm gonna pause the video. Sorry, I'm hella brain fogged already. I just rambled and I couldn't get back because I'm that brain fogged because I need sleep. I need to sleep very soon. But it's that simple. I have clients like that. One just got their phone number verified. I'm gonna call them tomorrow. I'm gonna run someone's DR tomorrow, and the other one's phone number just not verifying, which is really annoying. So there is that. But yeah, that's pretty much my situation with the agency. In terms of everything else, I'm getting a shit ton better at sales. Outreach is awesome as well. Outreach is easy at this point. It's been easy. But I'm getting a lot better at sales, and I already like. In the trip, I did do a lot of stuff on the trip. I didn't do like, what I'm saying is that I didn't do any work on the trip is that I didn't do cold calling or sales calls or even hiring calls. And honestly, I really low-key couldn't. The amount of time my phone was on SOS mode was ridiculous. It was pretty much all day, every day. And I wouldn't have found an environment or time to do that anyways. So it was really unfortunate. I wanted to like try to fit in some work, but I had no idea if I was gonna be in the mountains all day, but I was. So I was offline pretty much most of the day, most of the day of most days. So, but I did a lot. So I watched Self Transcendence like 1.5 times because I watched 1 through 5.0. Because 6 and 7, it's good, it's amazing, but it's not like core, It's number 6 is just a thinking model, just non-binary thinking. And number 7 is the packet and affirmations and shit. I watched 1 through 5.0 completely, and then I watched back some of the videos again, which is good. So I did that, and I did the action items. So I didn't do like all the action items. I did the action items for number 2, which was goal setting, which was really useful because it gave me a lot of clarity. And that's the only thing I really need clarity on right now, to be honest. The identity shit, I'm pretty aware of it right now, which is good. And I think it's gonna come over time. Once I actually get into the work, I'm gonna see like what's shit about my beliefs now. That's different, and then I'll just fix it because that's just, you don't need a ton of time to do that. And that's why I do mindset every day to keep me on track. But I did that stuff, so it's good. So I have really good clarity on like chain of action. But I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to like what the fuck I'm gonna focus on because I'm done bullshitting, bro. Like, I'm just gonna hit this goal. Like, 10K a month is literally a joke. I should not be making a big deal. But yeah, I was pretty productive during the break. I also, helped Rand DR. I had to make a whole website for the verification. It was stupid. What else did I do? Just normal shit like that. That's pretty much it. Now that I think of it, I'm not gonna get into it too much, but everything's set. My agency's pretty good. It's not good objectively, but it's like it hasn't fucking died, yet, right? I need to like put in the work so I could start growing to protect it from dying. But what I'm saying is that nothing catastrophic happened. Thank fucking goodness, bro, because honestly, like, it's not even that crazy to like, it wouldn't be that crazy if I lost like all my clients during the break, because that's just how volatile business is when you're like not going above and beyond. So I'm very grateful nothing catastrophic happened. I'm keeping all my clients. I still need to pay them. I still need them to pay me more, or pay me at all, for fuck's sake. But yeah, it's feeling pretty good. I need to get more clients, though. I need to get paying clients. I only have like I'm only working with 2 clients right now that paid me more than $450, so like, workable money. That's the agency. I'll cut the fitness part short. Didn't do any weightlifting during the break. Barely had any weight room or any time to do that. Did a lot of cardio though. Cut to the bullshit though. I stayed the exact same weight through the break. I maintained. But now what I'm gonna do actually during this, and I'll explain my situation because nothing actually should make sense until I explain that. But I'm gonna like make adjustments towards like my standards. And I'm actually gonna lower them a bit, because the truth is I have this standard, but I'm not meeting it. So it's not even a standard. It's like a lie. I told myself I was gonna eat 1,800 calories a day, but I just haven't. I've been eating like 2,000, 2,200, some like ridiculous. So I'm gonna make it 1,900. And I do believe that I can maintain a deficit of just eating 1,900 calories a day. I think that's perfectly fine. It's enough to like feel satiated, and it's enough to lose weight, because I've been like losing weight very slowly eating the way I've been eating, and I've literally been eating like 2,200 calories a day. So if I eat 1,900, I'll be perfectly fucking fine. So yeah, I can't wait to do that. Financials actually really bad, because I spent a lot of money, not on dumb shit, like just bills. I had to renew my agent or some shit from my LLC. Fucking annoying. That shit cost like $85. Go High Level charged me, and yeah, so I had around like 1,300, and then now I have like 700, I believe. Yeah, now I have like 720, 710, 720, not including the credit card. So I have access to like I have access to a little under $1,000, which isn't like dangerous, but standards. Like, I'm done seeing that money. I want to just, like, right now, like, what would make me feel good, and then obviously you gotta flip the floor, whatever, you get the point, is I want to see like 5K in the bank. I want to see enough. I honestly want to see enough money where I could just move out, if I'm being honest. So that's pretty much my situation, right? Let's talk this break, because this break kind of complicated a lot of things. So this break was fucking painful. For one, I didn't choose to be on it. My mother kind of just bought the ticket and didn't tell me, and I just like got on it, I guess. And it wasn't like, it would be fine if it was like a 3-day trip, like you can recover from that. But like, this trip was 2.5 weeks, bro. That's almost a month. In fact, I could say with a lot of confidence, I don't know for sure, because you never know, but like, I was making so much progress before this break that I do believe I would have made like a huge breakthrough again. Not again. I mean, I guess I made breakthroughs when you talk about like inputs and stuff, but when it comes to money, like, I would have probably hit a milestone within that time. Because before, like, dude, literally, like, I left at June 6th, right? And now I'm back. It's June 25th, bro, which is depressing as fuck. I left at June 6th, and May was like one of my best months ever. I closed 2 clients. One of them was the client that actually paid me real money. And I'm like, the biggest thing that happened in May is that this never happened before. Like, I never accomplished this. Is that sales-wise, I was consistently getting prospects to send me money over the phone, whether it be $15 or $50 or $75. The most I got is $75. That didn't pull through. But I was getting that consistently, and that's a huge step because, like, you know, if you can get them to send you $1, then it doesn't take much more to get you 7,000. It's ironic I'm saying that because I haven't had them send me a lot of money yet, but it's a breakthrough is what I'm trying to say. You know, there's a big gap between no commitment and some commitment because you can just up that commitment really easily. And I'm using DR right now because DR is like, and I'm still a pussy, you know, like I'm not frisky enough to just like risk a client just for quick cash over the phone. I am doing DR to get them results up front and get them to pay me then, right? But yeah, that said, point though is that this break kind of ruined a lot of things, and I'm not doomed. It's a little bit harder now because the time frame's a bit shorter, a bit friskier, less room for error, I guess you could say. And yeah, I really got to turn up, man. But yeah, I mean, the other thing I want to mention is that it was really painful because your vacations are cool, but like they're only cool when they're only cool when you like actually opted into it, you know? Like this break, I literally just had to watch myself like regress. It was like, and I know that sounds like lack of responsibility, which it is, honestly, it is. But to a certain extent, like I couldn't cold call, I couldn't do any of that shit. And I had to just like watch the time go by knowing nothing's happening. And like my momentum just, bam, like because, you know, right before I got on this trip, I stopped some outreach like 2 days before because I wasn't gonna take sales calls on the day of travel. You know, I didn't want to do that in the limiting beliefs again, but like whatever. But I was seeing all this progress, and then I went on this trip, and I was like, wait, I was making literally all this progress, and now I'm just like on this trip that I was forced to go on. It really, really frustrating. And the other thing is my environment. My family is pretty toxic. The thing I am grateful though, like very grateful, is that I have a roof over my head, and I have food, and I have I have living essentials, for free. I don't have to pay for that. The only thing I'm really paying for is gas occasionally. I don't even pay for gas really. That's the biggest thing I'm grateful, is that I'm living for free because I don't have this thing off the ground, and I really want to do Strike. And the only way I'm going to be able to do the business and like something for fun and for fulfillment is not like being homeless. And so that's really, I'm really grateful for that. That's really important. And my parents are the one providing for that. So I'm grateful for that. But that doesn't take anything away from the fact that the environment is pretty bad. And it's funny because I'm starting to regret blocking Owen, even though it was a good idea and it has had positive effects, but like not long term, because you know, like Owen, like people are also your environment. It's not just like your room, it's not the temperature, colors, whatever. That's like your physical environment. But like your social environment and like your information environment or your information diet, you could say, that's like I would say that's probably more important than physical environment, honestly. Because I only realize how much influence it has over you. And yeah, I gotta either get Owen back, which I don't think is gonna happen until I make 10K a month. Because quite frankly, Owen's a really hard worker. He's progressing really quickly. I don't think I present him enough value right now to take a lot of his time. I will ask him for a bit of his time. I don't know. I'm just saying that's my speculation. I do think I need to make some new friends though. Like I need to meet one more guy like Owen and just stick with him. Because that'll help my environment. These are not needs, these are just things that make it easier. Because if I don't, it'll be a bit harder because I'm relying on myself. But yeah, my environment's pretty shit. So my routine is gonna look like the only time I'm gonna like be in a good environment is when I'm probably in Planet Fitness watching. Low-key, my Planet Fitness is kind of stacked. Like, it's Planet Fitness, but like there's people there that are like actually fit, you know? There's a good amount of people, young adults in there, that are actually fit. And all I gotta do is imagine that they make a lot of money, and they probably do. You probably don't, but it doesn't make a difference because like it's just your speculation. You don't actually know. But they're fit. And that's it. I'm just in my room by myself. And yeah, my family's in the house, but again, they're very toxic. Like my family, for when it comes to people and your environment, like my family is like one of the worst people of that environment you could possibly have. They're like the polar opposite. I'm not gonna get into it, but that's about it. The trip was harmed a lot, right? So this is my situation, right? I just got back. This is literally the evening I got back from travel. I showered. I'm clean my room. Deleted all my apps again. I deleted YouTube, everything off my phone. I'm not gonna lie to you. I watched some motivational BS on YouTube. Sorry, I'm thinking. My brain's fogged. I just got back. I have 2 months, right? So I marked it in my calendar. Here are the dates, right? So right now it's late June, which means it's about to be July. I just realized I do have sales calls tomorrow, which is really funny. I don't know if they'll show up. I really don't care. I'll just close them if they show up, honestly. It's late June. College, and I'm not like, my intention is to not go to college. Like, my intention is by the time that next semester starts, I'll either make enough money to prove to my parents that I could stay there and I'm being productive. Because honestly, they just don't believe I'm like working. Like, I don't know. They're not saying I have to make, they're not saying I like have to go to college or else I'll die. They just don't think like I'm making use of my life, which is really funny because like I'm working all the time. I don't know how they don't see it. Which is really funny. But what I'm saying is that by that time, I'll either like want to, by the time the semester starts, because I took an off semester and I'm using this time to like fucking get out the trenches, I'll either need to make enough money to move out, or I have to make enough money to prove that I can stay here and I'm being productive and I don't have to go to the next college semester. I think more likely though they're gonna make me go, so I'm gonna probably have to move out with some people, which is gonna be an interesting experience. And that is in exactly 2 months, August 26th. So pretty tight time frame. It's totally possible though, with enough volume. Like theoretically, if I had infinite volume, if I had like an insane amount of volume, I could make 10K in like 2 weeks, you know? And so that's a good enough time frame, but you know, it's not as safe as like 3 months, you know, which is kind of like what I would have if I didn't get fucking dragged in this trip, which is really annoying. The other dates, which are pretty important, and it's like a personal goal of mine, is that Strike starts gradually. So it'll have like a summer camp here on the state, and then it'll have like a weekend or two like on this month. But when it actually like starts taking effect in my life, I would say to be safe is October. So that's a better time frame. Less worried about that. That's 4 months. Well, actually, not by thinking that, I'm lying. That's like 3 months because it's late June. It's not early June. So yeah, that's like the pressure. That's the time frame I got. That's my situation. I don't have much money, not much clients. I just gotta do outreach. So my intention, like, I'm gonna prioritize optimization way less. And I know I said this, like, to be fair with you, I haven't been bullshitting like all this time. If I'm putting grace on myself, like May was amazing. May I did a lot of volume. Objectively, no, but the things that I could control, yes. Because when my team starts working and I start building up like $100-200 for auto SMS, that's where the volume could like triple and I don't have to work double. I could just do my part, let my team do their part, and let auto SMS do its part, and that's how I scale volume. Because I'm doing cold calling, so the only way I'm going to triple volume without doing that is just tripling the amount of dials, which it's not that viable. I don't think it's limiting belief either. I'm doing 100 a day, which is probably not enough. I'm gonna be honest. I think I should probably up it at like 150 a day, if I'm being honest. That's like what I would see is most viable and like for output. I don't know the phrase, but it's not viable. I'm cold calling, I'm double dialing. It takes me like 3 hours to do 80 dials. So tripling that, I don't know if it's a good idea, to be honest. If it has to get to that, of course I'll do that. But like for doing that for like extended period of time, I don't think so. Though like I will do as much outreach as I can until I outsource it. The goal is to do the same amount I'm doing, because May was a good month. Like putting grace on myself. May, I did anywhere from I did the least amount of dials I did was 85. Right, I had like a couple off days. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had like I don't remember. I'm gonna just count. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, fuck. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 15 work days. How many work days in a month? Okay. So in the entirety of May, I had like 5 days where I didn't do outreach. For whatever reasons, I don't know why the fuck. But every other than that, like I did 85 to $100 a day. That's pretty good volume. Could it be higher? Yes, but it was the first month where I was actually doing that. And so I haven't been bullshitting. I'm gonna be doing just as much as that or even more. My goal is to do 100 a day instead of 88 a day. But I'm gonna start with 88 a day because I just got back. And yeah, main focus is outreach, man. Like honestly. And then also like just as important as that is the only thing I want to do with my clients. Like I'm not trying to build the most insane product in these 2 months. If I use my deep work accordingly, I will. But like I'm talking about priorities here. Is that I have these clients really to hit a monetary goal like by 2 months. What I really have to do, like bare minimum, what I have to do by August is save up like 6K. That's it. That's really it. Like, because then I can move out. I'll live for a couple months. If I'm smart with my money, I'm definitely going to move in with several people, and I'm definitely going to be cheap. I have to. That's obviously an obvious thing. But like save 6K, right? The next thing above that, I call it like the survival threshold, which is like I'm making enough money to like actually live somewhere different and provide, is 10K a month revenue, because you got taxes. I am taking account tax in advance. If I'm not, it's more like 6K, because that also includes business expenses. I'm actually assuming I'm gonna pay my business 3K every month for overhead, assuming that's possible, but it's just pessimism. I think that's about it. This journal is really long. It's very scattered. My brain's very foggy. I just got back. It's pretty late as well. I'm not gonna lie. I think I should really quickly do the other stuff I need to do today. But yeah, it's gonna be a wild fucking ride. I got 2 months here. Do as much outreach as possible. Get my team in track. There's 1,000 things there's 1,000 things I've done that I haven't talked about. I just don't have time. Like I've changed my hiring process. I saw an Owen video and I like audited my life with ChatGPT. I did all this shit. I did so much stuff that I just don't have time to say on this journal. I have to go to sleep soon. It's 10:30. I want to go to sleep by like 11:30 max. So that's about it. Look, I'm gonna do my trackers. I'm gonna do some mindset stuff, go to sleep. And if I have some time, I'll maybe do some work. I don't think there's much I should do today though. I should just put off to tomorrow if I'm being honest. But that's about it. See you later.